Hi, everyone. So I really hope, fingers crossed, that all of the tech issues have been fixed. I've rebooted 1,000 times. I've shut down everything that's open. So hopefully that helped. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And I'm sitting in a different part of the room because I changed the screen. Last time when we did an InDesign tutorial, you weren't able to see everything. And I think that's because I was using my ultra wide monitor. So now I'm just on my laptop. So it looks a little odd. And I know there's bright sunlight streaming in right now, but if you guys can hear me, just say yay or hey or something. Yay, Trisha. Thank you. All right. So remember, if you have not purchased the fitness Kickstarter, you definitely want to do that today because this is the only day it will be on sale. I feel good about this. I feel like the launch was delayed so much that everybody knew about it. And same thing when we open up for the fitness plan, for the the wedding planner. It'll be on sale like this again, just for the launch day. And you already know that date a month in advance. So let's go ahead and get started on what you purchased. If you have already purchased it, how to edit it so you can make your own changes. And remember, you don't have to make changes. You could just use it as is. The social media pack is already uploaded for you. And I also created what's called it's called a mega pack, if that makes sense. It is simply a zip file, which has literally, hopefully, if I remembered everything inside of there. It has all of your modules, all of your bonuses. It has links to the videos because obviously it would be way too large to package up the videos. And it has all of your files, your ebooks, your e-report, your InDesign, your PDFs. Everything should be, in theory, inside of that one zip file. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you where to find it. Alyssa, you sound way better this afternoon. Thank God. I don't know what it is. I checked with Crowdcast and they were like, nobody else has reported this issue. And she did say, she's like, I can hear the sound quality issues in the replay. So it was just a fluke. So I don't know. Denise, I can hear you. The video is blurry on my end. Sorry. Trisha, did we need to purchase it if we are in Boss School? Yes. There are no more other freebies. I know everyone's asking, I keep getting all these emails. Do I still have to purchase it? Yes. If you were in Boss School or you're in Planner Academy, none of the new planner templates are included. None of them. So everything is new. You obviously get a ton of stuff inside of Boss School. And if you just want to go with those and just use that and not buy anything else, that's fine too. So let's go ahead. Oh, if you check below me, there should be a little poll. I was just checking because a couple people reached out and asked if I was going to put this in a digital planner format. I could. I am not. I think the problem is I have some digital planners out there. I think I told everyone, I know some people love digital planning. I actually don't like digital planners or using the iPad for anything except to watch Netflix. Which I know it's the most expensive. I could have bought a $10 or whatever, $20 tablet or something. But yeah, so I bought that and I never use it. So I think it's because I just don't I like paper. I don't know. But if you want a digital planner and you feel like that would help your shop and it's something extra. Now, so just to be clear, that would be an extra cost. So it wouldn't be included. It would just be an extra $27, not a lot. And the thing is too, if you already, if you don't have the main Kickstarter, fitness Kickstarter, you can't purchase it separately. Because I know some people were asking, can they just purchase the digital planner separately? No, I don't think that's really fair. So if you bought the whole thing, you can do an add-on for $27 if enough people are interested. So let me know below the voting. And if you're on YouTube, we are on Crowdcast voting, but just go ahead and throw a comment in there and let me know if that is something that you're interested in getting. I'm happy to add that if a lot of people have interest, but if just one or two people are interested, it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. So does anybody have any questions though, or something you specifically want me to make sure that I go over before we start? I'm gonna look down. She Loves Planners by Beverly. Hello. Can you buy it if you're not in Boss School? Yeah, anybody can buy it. You don't have to. This has nothing at all to do with Boss School or Planner Academy or anything else. So that's totally separate, which I know it's confusing because a lot of times when I do videos, I'm like, and this is an extra bonus if you're in Planner Academy. The only extra bonus template that you're getting right now is I do a lot of those look-alike layouts. And if you are in Planner Academy, you do get those for free if you're in Planner Academy 1.0. So yeah, those were free for Planner Academy, but this one is totally separate. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Fingers crossed that you can see everything. I am going to just share, just so you know, I'm sharing my entire screen. I am not sharing just an application. So hopefully it doesn't look too messy. Okay, so you should see this weird like picture in picture in picture thing. Hopefully the sun is really bright today and my screen, the cat broke the screen. Otherwise I would put the screen down, but it's broken. The joys of having a cat. So let's go ahead. I hope you can see this. I am going to actually just show you when you log in to the website. So if you're so the way to always access your courses is super easy. You just go to the website and over here at the top right, you just click login and you can always get to all of your purchases. The only exception is if you bought some of my stuff on a third-party website, sometimes people get confused. I have loaned out some of my products to different sites, some I've never even heard of, like Design Creatives or Design Cuts and stuff like that. So not everything, just a couple things, and then they'll come to my site and they'll try to log in and they can't find their purchase. So just remember, if you purchased anything from me on a different site, it will always be on that other site. But if you like having everything in one portal, you can always just send me your receipt and then I'll add you in to the main portal. But once you click login, you'll log in. And then here under the dashboard, you can go to your account, password, billing, whatever. There's really no such thing as billing because I don't have any monthly subscriptions. So I don't keep anyone's credit card information on file, just so you know. All right, so over here under products, you're gonna see whatever products you purchase. And you can see I renamed, if you purchase the Etsy Kickstarter, the one I made back in, I don't even know, 2018, it will say 01 now, Etsy Kickstarter. So I'm going to number each of these. So 02 is going to be the fitness planner, and then 03 will be the wedding planner for next month. So it should correspond nicely with each month of the year. So 03 will be what was released in March, 04 will be what's released in April, 05 will be what's released in May, etc. So then you can keep track for the whole year in case you're like, which one did I miss? All right, so inside of here, you're either going to do start course, resume course, or whatever it says over here. You have three main sections on the left. You have your welcome and orientation, you have your downloads, and you have your bonuses. Then you have what's next. Just so you know, guys, because I have this, I can't see if you guys have questions. Yeah, you guys have questions. I'm not going to be able to see it since I'm sharing my whole screen with you guys. So over here under welcome, you're going to get, so this works just like Teachable. It just looks a little different. As soon as you click something on the left, you're going to see everything on the right. So this is just a little welcome screen. Over here, how to access your course. Now this is right here where it says this is your everything link. If you're like, you know what, I don't feel like downloading each and every single one of these things. I just don't have the time, which is how I feel anytime someone has like a million different links. So this here, remember, again, in theory, let me know if anything's missing, but it should have everything and anything you need for this whole product that you purchase. So once you download this, and I think it's a pretty big file, not that big, it's like 23 megabytes. It will just download everything to your computer, and then everything should be numbered inside of there for you, like module 01, bonus 01, graphics 01, so you know exactly what's what. So over here, this is just telling you everything that's inside of here. And then over here is a tutorial on how to edit it, which is the webinar that you are attending right now. So this section will be replaced with today's video once it's done. If you have any questions for me or you get stuck on something, just drop me an email at lisa@prettyfabulousdesigns.com. But just make sure, because sometimes people will be like, I don't know how to edit this one page, right? And a lot of my pages, for the most part, look pretty much the same because they're a monthly, and then there's a monthly here and there's a monthly there, right? So tell me what product you purchased. You don't have to like send me a receipt or anything. Just tell me what product you purchased so I know which one you're talking about in reference to your question, right? Like, how do I change? I'm stuck on, the text, or I can't change the logo, or the color won't move for me, or something like that. I'm happy to answer those. All right, so over here in your download section, we're going to go through these one by one. So the first one is your fitness planner. So this is just an instant digital download PDF. All this is, you're going to see right here is the download link. If I download this right here, you're going to see it's just a PDF. That's it. So this is the PDF. Remember, there's no branding of my own in here. This can just be sold as is. It's 87 pages. You just upload it to Etsy. It's good to go. It's done. If you are like, you know what, I really want to edit it. I don't like the teal. I really want everything to be black and white or grayscale, or I want it to be, I don't know, I want to add a watermark or something else like that. Then you want to go to this second file, which is your editable InDesign file. So over here is that download link, and this will download 2 versions for you. You'll get INDD, and that's the latest version of Adobe InDesign. Usually you have Creative Cloud. I believe the older versions, like I think the ones that, just to be clear, are no longer supported by Adobe themselves, and in IDML. So IDML is just older versions. I know some people just have older copies sitting around. They're not too worried about some of the new features like liquid layouts or anything. So they're perfectly happy with IDML. And not a problem. It's there, so you can use either one. Now, if you want to purchase any other templates from the shop, this is the link here, just in case you want to mix and match and add something in. Like maybe you don't want an undated fitness planner. Maybe you want to make it dated, and then you can purchase the monthlies or the weeklies and just go ahead and add those pages in for yourself. So over here, and we'll come back to number 2 because that's a longer lesson to show you how to edit that InDesign file. Over here is the fonts information. So all of these have links to them if you want to buy something. So over here is Saturday Script. So if you click on this, you'll see Creative Market, and you'll see the exact same font. Now, the thing is, if you are not going to use the fonts that I have chosen and put in the file, when you open up Adobe InDesign, it will not be able to find, say, this premium Saturday Script font. So it will make a best guess at some other font that's already on your computer. If it does that, keep in mind that all fonts are different in terms of how wide letters are, how tall or short letters are, how close together or far apart they are with kerning. And the loop on the Y on one font will be totally different than the loop on another Y. So I think you guys all know that, but if you don't install the fonts before, not after, before you open the InDesign file and open up the InDesign program, it's just going to look weird. So just be prepared for that. Not a big deal. Just don't freak out when you see that. Number 4 is JPEG. So if you want, there's a download link here. Each image is a JPEG. So there's 87 JPEGs. Let me try to find the JPEGs for you over here. So inside of here, these are all just images. So you can take these images, like I said, you can use them with Placeit to create mock-ups. You can use them with, what else? Photoshop, obviously. You can use them with Canva. I've seen a lot of people just take the images, put them on Canva, and then just kind of, you can't edit them, just to be clear. They just kind of put text on top and write on top of it. If Canva is easier for you and that works, then just do that. Or maybe you just need a couple pages for an ebook or something else that you're creating. So that's what your JPEGs are. Number 5 is the graphics pack. So this download link here will give you all of these graphics. So let's go through these graphics because I think that'll be what you're going to use to market these right away. So I have these on my computer somewhere. They're there. So here's your graphics pack. So each one of these, so this first one is an editable Photoshop file. Now remember, if you don't have Adobe Photoshop, you cannot use this editable file. I'm sure there are other things out there. I just am not familiar with things that you can use to edit Photoshop files that are not Photoshop. If that makes sense. I have no idea. But this is your editable Photoshop file. So this opens up in Photoshop. You can change the colors, you can change the background, you can change these icons to a different color, whatever you want to do. And again, I don't want to give a Photoshop lesson, but if you don't know how to use Photoshop, I would say just go ahead and take this file, send it to someone on Fiverr for $5. It's way easier than trying to learn Photoshop. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. So the next thing, oh no, I wasn't here. The next thing is you're not going to use Photoshop. You're just going to use this as is. So this is just a PNG file. This over here is your Facebook cover art. So again, these are perfectly sized, so you can just upload them as is. So you shouldn't have to worry about resizing them or anything like that. This is a Facebook post. So again, perfectly sized for Facebook. Over here, you get 3 Instagram quotes. So this is a quote number 1. This is Instagram number 2, sweat today, smile tomorrow. And this is an Instagram, whoops, just kidding. This is an Instagram story. So right here, you can just post these right away as is. You don't have to do anything else to them. Especially it's nice if you have the swipe up feature. I do not. I definitely don't have enough followers for that. And over here, you can always say link in bio. Here's your Twitter cover. So you just upload this to Twitter as is. You don't have to worry about doing anything. Here's a Pinterest pin I made for you. So obviously you can do anything you want, but I just thought it's cute to say available now, instant digital download. I'm assuming you're not going to make this into a physical book. You definitely can. But if not, this is good to go. Over here, you're going to have 6 logos. So now this is a zip file. So when you open this zip file, you're going to have all of these different logos. So you're going to have this horizontal logo. Each of these logos you'll have twice. Now the difference, the reason you have it twice is because if you look at this, it looks like it's gray behind, but it's transparent. So I wrote the word transparent. And the reason it's transparent is so that you can stick it on top of something else that has a pattern. If it is not transparent, then you end up with something like this with a white background, which sometimes you want to help the text stand out a little. But other times you might want to put it onto a design or slap it onto another cover or to some of your social media posts or graphics or like that. Now you're going to get this square logo. Same thing, you're going to get it in white and transparent. All of these will come in transparent. And then you're going to get, what I did is I made all of these logo marks for you if you just want to use the logo mark by itself. You get gold, you get teal, you get, you get blue, and you get pink. And you get them all with a white background and with the transparent background. So these are all of your logos right here that are good to go. You don't have to edit or do anything. You can use them as is. The next one is your mock-up of covers. This is another zip file. So let's open the zip file. And inside here, you have 4 different, I think I can open these. Can I open these all at once? Open with preview. I think everybody has preview. Yeah, there we go. So you're going to get the pink. You're going to get the teal, the blue, and the rose gold. So you're going to get all 4 of those ready to go that you can start using right now wherever you want as mock-ups. The other thing you're going to get is number 11, which is mock-up of the interior layout. So this is an interior 2-page layout for you. Let's see. This is your fitness icon. So this is another zip file for you. So these are all the different icons that you saw inside of that graphic. I just thought in case you wanted to use them, so you can see those icons right over here, in case you wanted to use them again, and they're black, so you can recolor them. You can have someone make them pink or blue or green or yellow or whatever you want. I just made them gold for the actual social media posts. So you're going to get all 4 of those. And those were the 4 components of fitness: strength, flexibility, cardio, and body fat. And then over here, you're going to get another Photoshop file. So this is the mood board. And I don't know if some of you guys have clients or you just like sharing the mood board. I think we share it on Pinterest. This is something people love to repin. You can just go ahead and use this. And again, it's Photoshop, so you can go ahead and make any changes you want to it. And then if you don't want to make any changes and you're like, I don't want to deal with Photoshop, this is just the JPEG that you can share as is. So that's not editable. And then that's it. And then all of these were wrapped together in that graphics pack. So let me just check and see if you guys had any questions because I can't see them. No, you guys are so good. No questions at all. YouTube, Marilyn, is this only good if you use the Etsy platform? No, not at all. That's a great question, Marilyn. You can use this anywhere. You can put it on your own website. The only thing that I've done for you is two things. I've given you the banner for the Etsy header, and I've given you 6 bonuses. So if you go to the sales page, the first 6 bonuses that you get out of 13 bonuses are for Etsy. So, you know, how to do the checklist, you know, how to, that's not true. Actually, this has nothing to do with Etsy, just blog post ideas. Over here, how to set up your Etsy shop, how to connect it to Google Analytics, and then just a swipe file for customer service, which honestly you could use for your own site as well. The rest of the bonuses, 7 through 13, are all just regular bonuses, have nothing to do with Etsy. It's just that usually Etsy is the path of least resistance. So I just wanted to make it super easy for you. If you want to post on Etsy, you don't have to. All right, so let's go back to, where were we? Oh, here. So we did the graphics pack. Now your logo. So I've given you the logo so you can edit them yourself. So won't go through that again. It's a Photoshop file. And if you don't know how to use Photoshop, not a big deal. Just send it off to somebody in Fiverr. It'll be much easier for them to edit your logo if they have the original source file. Number 7 is the Etsy banner for Photoshop, again, so you can edit that. And that you have a download link here. Oh, it's not working. I will fix that as soon as we get done here. But you still have that in your graphics pack. And then over here under bonuses, you're going to see all 13 bonuses that correspond to the bonuses that you see on the sales page. So again, like I said, 1 through 6 are, you already have these if you already purchased the Etsy Kickstarter. So you have the launch checklist, you have blog post ideas, you have the slides for how to do SEO on Etsy, as well as a video explaining how to do it. You have the Etsy shop and listing setup. You have how to connect Google Analytics in your Etsy shop. You have the swipe file. And then you have this where you can just copy and paste it. So this over here is a video that just shows you where to put your autoresponders inside of Etsy. And again, great question, Marilyn. You don't have to use Etsy. You can just do this on your own website. You could do it on Shopify. You could do it on BigCommerce or wherever you feel like selling it. Or I guess you could sell it on Zazzle, right? You could sell it on SendOwl. There's a ton of different platforms out there. All right, so let's keep going. So over here, is number 7, which is 7 days to skinny jeans. So this is this file right here. It is a big file. It's 50 pages. So you're going to get 2 different files. You're going to get the Adobe InDesign file that you can edit. And then you're also just going to get the PDF you can use as is. So that's why it's a zip file. You're getting both of those files. Same thing over here, the truth about supplements. You are going to get, it's just 4 pages and you're going to get it in InDesign so you can edit it. And you're going to get it in PDF if you just want to send it out as is. And number 9, which is top 10 fitness tools. And this is also a zip file because you're going to get the InDesign file and you're going to get the PDF. So you're going to get both of those. Whoops. And then over here for bonus 10, you're going to get those fitness calendars. And now I'm saying you can use them for Pinterest, but you could use them for anything. You could also just give them out to people as wallpaper, or you could add them into as a graphic somewhere else or as a Facebook post or something. But those look like this. This is 2020, and then over here you're going to get 2021. And don't worry, this time next year I will upload 2022 and 2023. So you always have like the next 2 years ahead. Let's see, number 11, fitness manifesto. This is this right here. You can edit all of the words. You can put them in different places. This is really just a, it's supposed to be like that Lululemon bag that has a lot of cute motivational things. Over here, number 12, blog posts, 5 must-know ab exercise. So this is a zip file, and this is meant to be a blog post. So this is actually going to be in Microsoft Word. So you can get it, copy and paste it, and put it up on your own site however you want, or you can make it an ebook if you feel like, whatever is going to help you to get more sales. And then over here, we have the alternative cover options, because remember I made 4 for you, which honestly, I did at the last minute because we kept pushing back this launch. I was just playing around with covers. So I just added those over the weekend. So you're gonna get the rose gold, you're gonna get the blue cover, the pink cover, and the teal cover. And I will show you how to replace those on your InDesign file as soon as we're done going through these. And that's pretty much it. So I guess we are done. I will show you how to do that. Do you guys have any questions before I jump into Adobe InDesign? No questions. Okay, great. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to open this file. So hopefully you guys can see, let me try to make this smaller. Maybe not that small. So I did have this open in Adobe InDesign. Let's close this. The problem was it was just really spread out for my super wide monitor. Okay, hopefully you can see this. So this is your file. So this is the cover that you have right now. So if you don't want this cover, super easy. All you have to do is I selected it. So I have the large selection tool over here. And all I'm going to do is I could do one of 2 things. I could do file place, and I can go ahead and place the new object here, or I can just drag and drop it. So I'm gonna go ahead and find that cover because it's somewhere. Let's see, covers. You guys won't have this many problems because your files are not mumbled together like mine. Yours are in order. Okay, so let's say I want to make this blue. So I'm going to take the blue cover and I'm just going to drag and drop it over here. And now I have the blue cover. If I want, and the trick is you want to select it so you can see those little dots. So it's selected. And then when you drag and drop something on here, like let's say I want to instead use the pink cover, it will just automatically find that object you've selected and replace it. So let's go ahead and stick with pink, and that's going to be your new cover. So over here, if you want to make changes to any of this, so let's say you don't really like the green. So you'll go to Window and you'll go to Pages. And then once you're over here in Pages, you can see that each page has been assigned a master page. So you can kind of see the word teal here. And if I scroll down, you can see the word blue and you can see the word pink. So that tells me that the blue master page has been assigned to that page, the pink, or whatever it is. So if I go over here and I don't want teal, I can do a couple different things. I can double click that teal master page and I can just change this to another color, say purple, and so if I go back to teal, now all the teal colors all the teal pages that have teal master page assigned to it now have purple because I changed what the master page looks like. Or I could go ahead and assign a new master page. So let's say I want to take the blue and I'm going to assign blue over here. And I'm going to assign blue. So that changes the top because if I double click on this, that's what the blue master page looks like. So I hope that makes sense. So that's how you change the covers, the master page options. Also on those master pages, all of them have, it's a little bigger for you. All of them have Hardcore90 with the little copyright symbol at the bottom. If you have a different company name, like Lisa Seifert or Fabulous Fitness or something, you can replace that text right here. You'll just use the type tool over here, and you'll simply just put your cursor in there and retype something like Fabulous Fitness. And then it's done. You can also, once you're in there, you can change this to the different colors at the top. So I could make this pink, or I could make it any other color that I have in my swatch. I can load new swatch colors in there. Now over here on the bottom right is your page number. If you don't like the page number, you don't want them, you can just delete it and you won't have page numbers anymore. Now what I've done over here, let me try to make this way big, is on the page number, I've actually put a colored box underneath. So this is your page number here, and this is a green box. So you could change this box, or I should say teal. You can change it to blue, you can change it to pink, you can change it to gray, whatever you want to do. Just remember, if you change that color, you're going to want to change it on all of the other masters as well. All right, so let's just jump in here. If you want, I hope you guys all know the easiest way to learn how to edit any of my files is just take InDesign 101. It walks you through all of this. But anytime you see text, all you have to do is hit the type tool and just put your cursor inside of there. I want to change this text. That's all you have to do. If you want to change the fonts, I could select all, come up here to the top, and I could change this all to a script font, which is not very legible, so I wouldn't advise that. But maybe I want a serif font like this, and I want it to be bigger so it fills up the page. So I might do, let's say 15. No, maybe it needs to be a little bigger. There we work with this font. There we go. And now I've changed the font. Okay, so really, really easy, not too hard. So let's talk about images. I am unable, just like I am unable to resell fonts, I am unable to resell images. So here's what I would do. For this, you're gonna see like a shell outline of this photo because I was not able to give you this photo because I don't own it. So what you can do is for any images that don't have, like the circle you have, but this photo you don't have, I would go to, so here's what I did on Adobe Stock. I just looked on Adobe Stock and I said, fitness women. And then I went over here and I selected vertical because it's an 8.5 by 11. So I wanted to make it already in proportion. You can obviously resize photos whenever you need to, but I find that it's just a little easier if you go ahead and get a vertical photo. Now, the other photos that you have inside of here, so let's go over to one of the really wide layouts. Where is it? So this really wide layout over here, this is just one photo. See, I just moved it. So it's a big, wide panoramic photo to take up those 2 pages, and it fit perfectly. Here's what I did. I went over here and I searched for fit women again, and I changed it. So instead of doing vertical, I did panoramic. And anything that's panoramic is going to be sized perfectly for your 2-page layout with your quotes. Let me just check, see if you guys, no questions. You guys are so like, I must be doing such a great job. All right, so that is how you replace any of the photos that you see in here. And again, if I could, I would totally give you the photos. I'm just not able to because I don't own them. But you can easily find one. And quite honestly, I picked out women that were pretty muscular for the most part. If you want somebody who's maybe less defined, then that might be something better for you to do. But same thing, remember here at the top, when we replace the cover, to replace that image of any person you see in here, you could just select that whole box. And then again, just drag and drop whatever you purchased from Adobe Stock or Deposit Photos or Getty Images or wherever you buy images and just drop it right in. I know Pixabay is free. But I thought I saw something the other day. I would strongly advise you not to use free photos if you're going to resell this, only because And I mean, resell it as a PDF, right? So the problem is someone, I can't remember, somebody got in trouble the other day for reselling a digital download PDF on Etsy that had Pixabay images in it, even though they were free. So I guess they're free. And the intention is if you got it for free, you'll give it away for free. So they can't be monetized. So I think that's the theory with it. So just something to be aware of. Oh, also, so the text looks a little weird. I always like to go in here and do view, overprint preview. And that way I can see what it's intended to look like instead of seeing all those boxes around there. Now, remember, if you swap out pages inside of here, the table of contents that I've done, the page numbers, I type these in manually. So this is not dynamic like a Microsoft Word document. It has no idea that you added 10 extra pages in. It doesn't know that. It's going to be wrong. So you'll have to, I would say at the very end, you could do one of two things. You can go back, print out your table of contents, and then write the new page numbers in, and then go back in and type them. Or you can just delete the table of contents altogether. Or I should say there's a third option, or you could just delete the numbers, right? The page numbers. Like maybe it's not a big deal. People don't need the page numbers, and maybe especially if you took the page numbers off of the master pages, and then you don't have to worry about coordinating numbers at all. So just something to think about. Let's see. What else can I tell you how to do something? Oh, so some of these images over here, where's a good one? I think I put like, there's a welcome page. Oh, here it is. So for some of these pages, I put this little sort of marbly thing here. If you look on Adobe Stock and you simply search for liquid marble, you're going to find some really nice images that you can buy and then throw in behind here. And what I did for some of these images so that you can read the text is I took these images and I guess I didn't do it on that one. Oh yeah, I did. And so over here under opacity, I made it lighter. So you can make it even lighter than that if you want, if you're having trouble reading the text because that marble background you have is so dark. And again, you could just get rid of the background altogether. I just thought it made it look a little prettier. Let's see, text. So this over here is an object. You can do this really with anything. This is a little more advanced, but over here, this 90, if you don't like this green sort of design that I have over here, you can always replace it with something else. So because this is an object, you can replace it with something else. So let's say we're going to replace this with, so first, sorry, let me step back. Use the selection tool. Make sure you select 90. And then you're going to go to File, Place. And let's say we want to replace this with, what do I have? I think I have a lot of files. I think I gave you guys the background files. Yeah, so you could replace this with, say, a rose gold glitter. So we'll just say rose gold. And now it's rose gold. It'll just fill in those numbers for you. You can really do this with any text, but I only did it in this file with the 9.0. That's just something special for this file. Over here, let's keep going. Let's say you don't like, because I asked all of you if you like cartoon images. You don't like cartoon images. You guys were split. So let's say, where's that cartoon girl? So let's say you really just don't like this cartoon woman, right? You can just select her, you can hit the delete button, or you can replace her with something else, or with an icon, or maybe a picture, maybe an icon of a little camera, and that way you don't have the illustration. So just something to think about. And then you can always take this text box and move it over here, and maybe you just want the text to fill up the whole space now that you have more space, and you can make this bigger. So just another thing that you could edit. Let's see. So all the pages kind of follow. Again, all of these, you just use the type tool. Just go in here and start changing things around. Just type whatever you want. Change the font. What else is down here? These are all check boxes over here. If you don't like check boxes, you can delete them. You don't have to have them. If you want the check boxes to work when people download your file, you'll have to go to File and you'll have to say Export. And you'll have to export it as an Adobe Interactive. So if you don't have Adobe Interactive, they'll just look like regular boxes. They won't be clickable. But I don't think it's that important because only a small portion of this file has checkboxes or anything to write in. The rest of them are just regular boxes that you can't type in, if that makes sense. You could change it so you could type in it. I'll show you that in a minute. But again, you can change any of the text. I mean, you can also leave it as is. I shouldn't say think, I know I'm the only person who creates templates without the lorem ipsum. So I don't even know, like that just doesn't, it's so irritating when I see that. So these are all done for you versus something where it says gibberish, like Latin gibberish, and then you have to put something in. You could just leave this as is. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. So these boxes here are literally just boxes. So even if you do File, Export, Adobe Interactive, they're not interactive. No one can type in them. If you want to make it so people can type in them, you can go over here to Window, and you can go to Interactive, go to Buttons and Forms. Oops, dropped off screen. Go to Buttons and Forms, and then you can change this to a text field. And now you can see the little dotted lines. Now it is a text field, but again, it is only a text field if you do File, Export, and you make sure to choose Adobe PDF Interactive, and then that will make sure that that text box is actually usable so that people can type into it with their computer if they want. Let's see, do I have anything else? These monthlies, again, these are undated monthlies. So if you want to change any of these monthlies, it's a little lag on my computer. If you want to change any of these monthlies to numbers, you definitely can. This is simply just a regular table. So let's say we want to put numbers in there instead of those boxes. You can just go here to the type tool. Whoops, you can go to the selection tool, select these, and you can delete these all here, and then replace those with numbers for each of those, depending on if it's, I don't know, March, April, May, whatever you want to put this as. Because maybe you want to sell a quarterly fitness planner and you'd like people to buy a whole year in advance. A really great technique. A lot of people do that. And the best way to do that is usually to have a dated one. Or you can come out with a new edition, like maybe you have this Hardcore 90, and then the next 90 days is about weight loss. The next 90 days is about strength. You could take the 4 components and divide it up for the year. This is a little infographic over here. So this is an actual graphic. This isn't editable. Either you like the graphic as is, or you don't like the graphic and you just say delete to the graphic. But what you could do is, let's say you just wanted to put something over it. You could go ahead and say, well, I'd like to put some text over here instead of calling this the honeymoon phase. And this is exactly what you could do in Canva. I'm going to put this box here, and I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to go ahead and say that this box should be pink inside. So now it's pink, and I've covered up those words, and I'm going to use the type tool, and I'm going to go ahead, oops, I don't want to edit that. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a text over here and just say my own words. And let's say I want to change, well, let's move this first. I'm going to go ahead, use the selection tool. I'm going to move this over here. It's hard to read blue on pink, so I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to change this over to white. So now it's changed over to white. So that's one way you could edit this JPEG. What else do we have? I think we're getting towards the end. And so this is the Wait, There's More section. If you have these products available, you can sell them. Again, you don't have to have my picture on the front. You can definitely change it to anything. I think I just left this because I actually own my own picture, so I gave it to you. And then again, meal plan is coming up this, and I said this fall, but since we're moving to a new format where we are voting on which planner you want me to create for each new month, after the wedding planner, that is, because I'm already partway done, then It could be earlier, it could be later, depending on what people vote on. And I do want to give you guys a heads up that the wedding planner right now, I'm trying to pare it down a little, but it is, so these are usually like the original fitness Etsy Kickstarter, I think was like 67 pages. This is 87 pages. I don't know why. The wedding planner is 210 pages right now. So it's pretty long. But I think that's better for you to have more options. I don't know. You guys could be annoyed that there's too many pages in there. There's just so much stuff I wanted to say in places I wanted to give people to write. So let me check back in and see if you guys have questions. Are you guys alive? Because I'm doing a lot of talking. The sun is setting because I'm chalking so much. It's now, we're transitioning into evening. But let me know if you have questions. Sounds like you guys can still hear me. That is a good thing. And yeah. So if you purchase today, remember there are 2 bonuses for today. 2. So I asked you to vote this morning on what your favorite one was, but I'm giving you both. So the first one is your email swipe file for doing the fitness challenge. And your second one is a case study. I'm just going to show you exactly what I did to make $5,000 from doing an online fitness boot camp, because I think it's a really great way for you to just get a quick infusion of cash. And as you know, I used to do fitness coaching. I don't do that anymore. So nothing's proprietary. You can just have all of my stuff. And we'll talk about that this time next week. So I don't know if it was that. So Crowdcast said it was possibly because I went live in the morning that we had so many tech issues. So I will just stick with my normal time of noon or 10 a.m. for next week. And if you signed up, I will send you a link. Don't panic if you didn't get a link for your bonuses from today. I will send those all either tonight, as soon as the sale ends at 9 o'clock or at midnight, or I'll send it first thing tomorrow morning. But I did not forget about you. If you bought today, I have you in the system. So yes. Let me see. Any questions on YouTube? No questions on YouTube. Okay, guys. All right. It's getting late, so it's possible that many of you are having dinner already, but everything you need is in there. I think there was one link that wasn't working, which was the editable InDesign file for Etsy, but that's still already in the zip file. So I will get that up as soon as we get off of here. And if you guys think of something later, just let me know. Oh, wait, we do have questions. Chai, yes. What is the quickest way to scale the planner from letter size to A5? Great question. You can do a liquid layout. So I don't want to not tell you the answer, but I already have a video on how to resize pages, and I will link it for you right here, because it walks you through screen by screen exactly how to do that. And it also comes with a handy dandy download for what is A5, what is B5, what is B6, in case you are wondering and need to resize it for anyone. So here's the link. Thank you. Perfect. And let me know if you have any problems. And remember, that tutorial, liquid layouts, only works for the latest version of Adobe InDesign. 2 things too. If you have any problems with liquid layouts, which I have had some tech issues before with liquid layouts, and it's nothing I've done or nothing wrong with the file, you can send it to Adobe InDesign. They've resized things for me, like on the back end, like they just do the work for you. So if you call technical support, they'll try to fix it with you on your computer. Sometimes, I don't even know, they said the file got corrupted somehow for liquid layouts. I honestly don't think the guy knew how to fix it. But he just said, email me the file and I'll redo it for you. So just keep that in mind. They might just redo everything for you. Chai, great. IFCC, perfect. Danita, the covers need to be edited on Adobe Photoshop. No, so the covers they're not editable, first of all, at all. The covers are just as is. What you could do is you could just change the logo and slap a new logo on there, or you could create an entirely new cover, but the covers are just as is, how they're designed. There's no way to edit those. Any other questions? What did you guys say for the poll? Let me check. So we have like 80% yes, 20% maybe. Nobody said no. So I will check. I'll send out an email too to everyone who purchased to see if anybody else is interested in the digital planner. Trina, I am purchasing now. Awesome. Super excited. Denise. Oh, okay. So a JPEG file. Thank you. I can edit in Canva. This is awesome. Yes, you can definitely edit anything in Canva. And honestly, if you have like, I have been known to email the Photoshop files out. So if there's like a Photoshop, a Facebook post, and you really just can't get it to work for you and you want the original file, just drop me an email and I will be happy to send those to you. Just the cover I can't send because the cover was made by somebody else. So I just can't share that original file. Any other questions? No? Are you guys hungry? I feel like it's that time where like you're about to eat dinner, you had lunch quite a while ago, maybe you're like, you skipped dinner so you could watch this, or maybe you already ate dinner, you're about to fall asleep. I always get sleepy after I eat. Totally random. I am just like babbling now. Anyways, I hope this was helpful having it on this screen. If this works out well, the next time we do the InDesign tutorial, I will do it on this screen as well. So also page numbering, we will talk about numbering, all about page numbering. It's not that exciting on our next InDesign tutorial, because I think honestly, page numbering comes up pretty much in every single document you use. Like, should I number it? Should I not number it? How should I number it? What is up with sections? Like, what is going on in Adobe InDesign with all of these different ways you can number stuff? So if you do digital planners, you're probably very familiar with that because I have an entire lesson just on how to number. But if not, we will cover that in March. I was going to say next month, but it's already March. So we'll cover that in March. Chai, thanks for this live. See you in the classroom. Awesome. Tanita, you're the mom. That is all. Thank you. Let's see. YouTube. Are there any questions on YouTube? Anybody have anything on YouTube? Nobody has anything on YouTube. All right, guys. I hope everyone's having a fabulous night. This video will stay up. I will also add it into the Fitness Planner Kickstarter, so you have it there for reference as well, so you don't have to search for it. I know I have a ton of videos on my site. And I will talk to you guys on next Monday. If you signed up for today, if you bought it today, I will talk to you next Monday, and we will do all of those bonuses to help you sell your fitness planner and make some extra cash. All right. Bye, guys.